Hello everyone, welcome to Mastery. It's Rosario's Academy. In this session, we're going to discuss about another adjustment, that is depreciation on fixed assets. Normally, depreciation is calculated as a percentage on fixed assets at the end of the financial year. The reason behind the depreciation is when we are purchasing the fixed assets, it is recorded on its historical cost value, isn't it? Based on the historical cost concept, it is recorded on its bill value, isn't it? So, even though it is recorded in its historical cost value, each and every year its value is getting reduced for many reasons, because of the usages and because of the wear and tear and because of the obsolescence in the sense outdated. It is becoming useless, isn't it? For many reasons, it loses its value each and every year. So such value is a loss for us. So it is shown on the debit side of the profit and loss account as an indirect expenditure, and the same thing should be reduced. The same depreciation value should be reduced from our fixed assets on the asset side of the balance sheet. That is how we should treat the depreciation. Normally, it is calculated on a particular percentage. It is fixed up by the tax authorities. For computer, there is a particular percentage. For furniture, there is a particular percentage. For building, there is a particular percentage. And for vehicles, there is a particular percentage. For plant and machinery, there is a particular percentage. So, it is calculated uniformly by all the organizations at the end of the financial year. When we are reducing such value only, we are able to ascertain the exact financial position of our business organization, because our new asset value can be ascertained by reducing the depreciation value. Say for an example, as far as computer is concerned, around 40% depreciation value is calculated as of now. That is how for different assets, different percentage of depreciations are calculated. Okay, let us understand with an example of reduction of fixed assets. Suppose you are going to purchase a new scooter for 1 lakh. At the time of making the purchase, your invoice is getting raised, and as soon as the invoice is getting raised, your vehicle is getting insured for 1 lakh. The very next year, when you are going for the renewal for your vehicle, two-wheeler motor insurance policy, that time the sum assured would be reduced from 1 lakh to 80,000. The very next year, the second year, it would be reduced from 80,000 to 60,000. The very next year, it would be reduced from 60,000 to 50,000, and so on, because of the usages, wear and tear of your vehicle, isn't it? Even though you kept your vehicle without using, that time also your value is getting reduced. Because of the time factor also, its value is getting reduced. It loses its value, isn't it? So, in order to reduce the asset value, we have to calculate the depreciation. Let us discuss with an example. Here we go. So, on trial balance, we have furniture account. Furniture account. How much? Take an example, 50,000. Okay. Then on adjustment part, we have provide depreciation at 10% on furniture. Okay, on furniture. So here, then the next step would be adjustment journal entry. So adjustment journal entry would be depreciation account data, depreciation account data, how much? 5 into 10%, that is 5,000. Okay, to furniture account, because it is calculated on the asset, so furniture account should be credited. Furniture account, how much? 5,000. Okay, so this is what the adjustment journal entry. Okay, depreciation is being adjusted with the furniture. Okay, then as I told you earlier, it is an indirect expenditure, so it should be shown on the P&L. Depreciation under the heading of depreciation. Okay, to depreciation. So furniture account at how much? 10%. How much? 5,000. Suppose if we are having more than 1, 2, 3 assets, that should be written one by one under the sub heading of depreciation. Then on balance sheet, how it should be reflected. So asset side, this asset side, and this liability side. That we all very much clear with it. So under that assets, furniture account. So what is the opening balance? So 50,000, it's its ledger balance. Out of that, we have to reduce on depreciation value. That is 10% of depreciation. Depreciation at 10%. How much? 5,000. So its new value would be 45,000. Okay. So this is what the opening balance of the fixed asset for the next financial year. This is what the value. Okay, so every year, well, maybe for next year it would be calculated another 10%. So that time 4,500 will be reduced from the 45,000, isn't it? So that is how it is getting calculated. Okay, as far as depreciation is concerned, there are so many methods: straight line method, diminishing method, written down value method, isn't it? So many methods are there. We have a different chapter for that calculation. Okay, let us discuss in detail in another class. Okay, how to calculate, what are the different types of calculations are there for depreciation. Okay, that's a different chapter, and I will discuss in detail in some other video. Okay, so that is how we have to treat the depreciation on final accounts. So suppose if we are having more than 2-3 assets, all the assets depreciation value should be calculated here, and it should be written one by one, and accordingly all the corresponding assets depreciation should be reduced from such asset value, and it should be, and the new value should be written at the outer column under the subcategory of fixed assets of the balance sheet. Okay, I hope you got some basic idea on this. Remember, definitely there would be one depreciation adjustment, at least 1 or 2 depreciation adjustment in your examination. So be clear with the calculation. தேய்மான கணக்கு, தேய்மானம் அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. போக்கி எழுதுதல், டெப்ரிசியேஷன் அப்படின்றது என்ன? போக்கி எழுதுறது, தேய்மானம். ஒரு வருஷமா அந்த சொத்துக்களை நம்ம பயன்படுத்துறதுனால, லாங் டேர்மா இருக்கிறதுனால தேய்மானங்கள் ஏற்படுது. தேய்மானம் ஏற்படுறதுனால அதோடைய அந்த சொத்து அதோடைய மதிப்பை இழக்கிறது, இல்லையா? ஸோ அதோட மதிப்பை இழக்கிறதுனால நம்ம என்ன பண்றோம், அந்த எவ்வளவு மதிப்பு அது இழக்குதோ அது வந்து நம்ம ஒரு லாஸ் ஆஃப் ப்ராஃபிட் அண்ட் லாஸ் அக்கௌண்ட்ல காட்டுறோம். அப்புறம் நம்மளோட பேலன்ஸ் ஷீட்ல நம்ம இன் ஆர்டர் டு அசர்டைன் த ஃபினான்ஷியல் பொசிஷன், சரியான ஒரு நிதிநிலை அறிக்கையை நம்ம வந்து தெரிஞ்சுக்கிறதுக்கு, நம்மளுடைய நிதி நிலைமையை சரியான நிலைமை தெரிஞ்சுக்கிறதுக்காக நம்ம என்ன பண்றோம், இது அதோட வேல்யூ இல்ல, இந்த வருஷம் இதோட யூசேஜ்ல இந்த வேல்யூ ஒரு 5,000 வேல்யூ அது என்ன பண்ணிருச்சு, இழந்துருச்சு. அதனால இந்த வருஷம் முடிவுல இந்த பர்னிச்சரோட வேல்யூ வெறும் 45,000 தான், 50,000 இல்லை அப்படின்றத நம்ம தெரிஞ்சுக்கிறோம். அது மூலமா நமக்கு நம்மளோட அசெட்ஸ் அண்ட் லைபிலிட்டிஸோட வேல்யூ என்ன அப்படிங்கிறது வந்து அந்த பர்டிகுலர் டேட்ல நமக்கு தெரியுது, இல்லையா? ஸோ உங்களுக்கு புரிஞ்சிருக்கும்னு நான் நம்புறேன். ஏதாவது சந்தேகம் இருந்துச்சுன்னா நீங்கள் கமெண்ட் லைனில் போடுங்க, நான் உங்களுக்கு சொல்லித்தரேன். தேங்க்யூ ஸோ மச் ஃபார் வாட்சிங்.